Hello everybody, thank you so much for tuning in this afternoon. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. I am coming to you live from Tappan Street Gym in Brookline, Massachusetts. Here to cover this high school girls volleyball matchup between the hosting Brookline High Warriors and the visiting Framingham High Flyers. And you may notice looking at the view we have of the court right now, only the Brookline players are here. Framingham has not quite showed up yet. This game was originally scheduled to start at 4. Seems like it's going to start a little later. So for right now, I'll be taking a mute break until the action starts. You'll still be able to see the video, but for now, we'll be taking a break and waiting for things to get started. Stay tuned. Hello, everybody. Thank you once again for tuning in this afternoon. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. I am coming to you live from Tappan Street Gym in Brookline, Massachusetts, here to bring you this high school girls volleyball matchup between the hosting Brookline High Warriors and the visiting Framingham High Flyers. These two teams faced off in Framingham's neck of the woods a couple days ago, and Brookline came away with a relatively easy win, their first win of the season. 3-0 sweep by the Warriors. Set scores, if I recall correctly, 25-19, 25-18, and 25-14 to round it out. We'll see if things go as swimmingly for the Warriors today as they now play on their home court. Brookline coming in with a 1-2 record. They suffered back-to-back losses to Milton in a home-and-home series to start the year, a 3-1 loss on their home court in the season opener, and then a near reverse sweep in Milton's neck of the woods. They went down 2-0, came back and tied it, but then lost the fifth set. And then, of course, they had the relatively easy win on Tuesday against the Flyers, and they'll be hoping to replicate at least the end results of that contest here today. There's the buzzer, and we're about ready to get underway here. We see Brookline coming out with a starting rotation of number 16, Morgan Brandel, number 12, Caroline Viola, number 10, Millie Gumpel, number 7, Bree Bacon, number 8, Jamie Chamberlain, and it looks like they're going to sub in the libero, number 29, Farah Caballero. First serve will be to Framingham. This will be number 6, Liz Dionisio. Dionisio sends it over, and we are underway. Received by Chamberlain, bumped up by Brandel, sent over by Gumpel. Framingham receives, and they're trying to reset. They just have to bump it over, and that's going to go long. So an early unforced error by Framingham gets Brookline the first point of this match. It'll be Caroline Viola taking the first serves for Brookline as they lead early here 1-0. Viola sends it over. Received. They're trying to keep it steady, and they get it over, but no, they don't. They get it right into the net. So another unforced error by the Flyers. And my mistake, I thought it was Viola, but it's Morgan Brandel on the serve. She sends it over, received. Set by Dionisio, spiked, but spiked long. And that'll be another point for Brookline. That was Framingham's number 12, Annalise Edmond, who was trying to finish it there, but just went long. Brandel bringing another serve. It's received, bumped up by Dionisio, sent over by number 9, and received awkwardly, but over the net by Brookline. And then after a bump, it ends up just short of the net. So Brookline up early 4-0. Brandel sends it over again, received, and they managed to get it over on 2, received by Chamberlain, set by Brandel. Hester for the roll shot, and she hits the back line. Well executed roll shot by Sophie Hester there. Perfect elevation over any and all potential blockers, and touchdown right at the back line where you want it. 5-0 Brookline as Brandel lines up for yet another serve. Up and away, received awkwardly, kept alive by Dionisio, spiked over by Edmond, but received by Caballero, set by Brandel, tapped over by Viola, received by Edmond, set by Dionisio, tapped over by Edmond, kept alive, and Brookline now trying to get over, tapped over by Gumpel, received by Dionisio, but nobody's there for the second hit. Bit of disorganization there by the Flyers. Dionisio usually takes their second hit, so when she took the first, I think everyone got a little lost for a second there. 6-0 Warriors. Brandel on the serve once again. And she gets the ace that time. the receiver just swung and missed with her attempted receive. And so Brandel with an ace. Untouched towards the back line. 7-0 the score in favor of Brookline. Brandel with another serve. Received kind of off the side of the arm. Kept alive by Edmond and ultimately bumped over. Received by Caballero. Set by Brandel. Spike by Gumpel, and she hits the back line. No, they say she went long. I thought that one had caught the back line, but just long by Millie Gumpel. And so that'll be the first point of the match for Framingham, as now Annalise Edmond will be taking the serve. The last bump over by Framingham was by number 17, Nicole Grome. And now Brookline leading 7-1. Edmond will be taking the serve. She brings the jump serve. Received by Caballero. Set by Brandel. Spiked into the net by Gumpel. That was an awkward spot there. Brandel was trying to take a set from mid-range along the sideline, and she just couldn't get it in the best possible spot for Gumpel. Serve is received by Chamberlain, but received awkwardly, and that's going to go for an ace. Annalise Edmond trying to single-handedly get Framingham back into this set. The score now 7-3 in favor of Brookline. Another jump serve over, and again received awkwardly, this time by Gumpel. That serve dropped like a sinker pitch into an awkward mid-range spot. She brings another serve, received this time, kept alive by Caballero, sent over by Gumpel, received by Dionisio, bumped by Edmond, spiked into the net and not over. That was number 3, Emily Chipolone, who was attempting the third hit for Framingham, but didn't have quite enough height on it. As Brookline takes the point, the 8-4 lead, and it'll be number 18, Kali Alexander, taking the serve for the Warriors. Up and over, and awkwardly off the arms of Edmond for an ace. 9-4 now the score. Brookline hoping to start another run. Served by Alexander. As awkwardly received again, but Edmond barely manages to get it over. Received by Alexander, bumped by Brandel, pushed over by Chamberlain, but they're going to say double hit on Chamberlain. Annalise Edmond kept that point alive for the Flyers after an awkward serve receive, and they kept it alive just long enough for Brookline to make a mistake. 9-5, the Warriors lead, and this will be number 9, Caitlin Shea, serving for Framingham, and she serves it wide. So an unforced error responded to with an unforced error, and Brookline is back on serve with a 10-5 lead. This will be Caroline Viola lining up to serve for Brookline. Viola sends it over. Received by Edmond. Kept in play by Shea. Bumped, by Grome. Bumped over by Dionisio, and there was a bit of confusion there. Brookline players got a little confused after the third hit bump by Dionisio. And so Framingham gets the point. 10-6 Brookline. Served by Grome. Received by Alexander, set by Brandel, bumped over by Chamberlain, and a lucky net cord point. Chamberlain was just trying to get it over and keep the point alive, but a bounce off the net cord put it in a spot nobody was ready for, and she gets the point. Brookline 11, Framingham 6. Bree Bacon bringing the jump serve right into the net. So it'll be 11-7. Brookline jumped out to a huge 7-0 lead to start this set, but Framingham trying to claw their way back. The score now 11-7. Brookline still leads here in the first set. Framingham trying to catch up. On serve, this will be number 8, Amber Welch. Welch with the serve, received by Caballero, set by Brandel, spike by Chamberlain. They barely keep it alive. Second hit, and they just have to bump it over. Received again by Caballero, set by Brandel, and tapped over by Medina. They barely receive it again, and they push it over. And they're going to say that hit the sideline. A floating tap by Annalise Edmond after her teammates Nicole Grome and Liz Dionisio kept that play alive. And Framingham gets a scrappy point there. The score 11-8. Another serve by Welch, and it's into the net. It'll now be Jamie Chamberlain taking the serve for the Warriors with a 12-8 lead. Serve is not going to get there. 12-9 now the score. Seemed like the toss went a bit too far back, and she didn't quite have the angle to lift it from that spot. So back-to-back faulty serves. Framingham remains within 3, and it'll be their libero player, number 22. Unfortunately, I don't have the libero jersey numbers on my roster from Framingham, so I cannot identify those players. But it'll be number 22 serving it with her team trailing 12-9 here in the first set. Serve is up and over, received by Chamberlain, set by Brandel, spike by Chamberlain, received by Grome, set by Dionisio, and no one's there for the third hit. Miscommunication again by the Flyers, and Brookline takes another free point, 13-9. It'll be Brookline's libero, Fer Caballero, number 29, bringing the serve now. Caballero sends it up and over. Received by Edmond. Set by Dionisio. Spike by Edmond, but it's right into the net. Annalise Edmond brings a fair amount of power on her spikes, but she's had trouble finding the right placement of them so far. Caballero the serve, received by Edmond, and Dionisio can't keep it alive. Serve was higher and farther than Edmond expected, so she wasn't in the right position to get the serve received she wanted, and Dionisio couldn't keep it alive. 15-9, the Brookline lead, and Caballero serves it once again. Received by the libero, kept alive by Dionisio, pushed not quite over by Welch. An awkward reception by the libero. It went off her arms, then off her chin, and they just couldn't keep it alive. Caballero serves, and that one will not go over. Brookline now leads 16-10 here in the first set at Tappan Street Gym. And this will be number 6, Liz Dionisio, bringing the serve for the Flyers. Serve is over, received by Chamberlain, and no one could keep it alive. So that'll be an ace for Dionisio, as I believe the serve was deeper and more of a line drive trajectory than Chamberlain was ready for. So didn't get a clean receive there. Dionisio another serve, received by Caballero, kept alive by Brandel, but it's off the wall a couple of times, and they're just going to give the point to Framingham. So again, these hard line drive serves deep towards the back end, and Brookline making some defensive adjustments. They've now got 4 on the back side. Dionisio sends another serve. This one's more shallow, received by Millie Gumpel. Fair Caballero with the second hit. Gumpel spikes it over, received, and Framingham can't keep it alive. A bit of miscommunication there, as Grome and Dionisio were both going for the second hit. But regardless, a nice hit over by Millie Gumpel to set up the point. 17-12 now the score, and we're back to Morgan Brandel on serve. Brandel sends it up and over. Received by the libero, set by Dionisio. Edmond for the spike, and she gets the kill. Oh no, that was Nicole Grome, my mistake. Oh wait, they gave the point to Brookline. Oh, I think they're saying that, they're saying that Grome ran into the net or the pole or something, which invalidated her kill there. That is too bad for Framingham. That was one of their best set plays so far this match. But instead it'll be a point for Brookline, 18-12. Brandel with the serve, and swung on and missed by the libero, and that's going to be an ace. 19-12, Brookline now leads. They've been rolling on the service points by Morgan Brandel. They got 6 in a row to start the game after breaking the first serve, and they went up 7-0. And now Brandel serves again, and that's going to be another ace, I think. Hard to say, because technically it was hit twice by the libero and by Annalise Edmond. But either way, an effective serve, and Brookline now leads 20-12. Brandel serves again. Received low by the libero, and no one's going to follow it up. Brandel just going after number 22 with all of her serves. She's sending them right down the middle, but they tend to be coming in too low for the libero to receive them properly. 21-12, Brandel bringing the serve again. Received cleanly this time by the libero. Bumped up by Dionisio, sent over by Grome, but too far. Grome was facing a more awkward angle than she was ready for and tried to go for a cross-court roll shot, but no dice there, and instead Brookline now leads by 10, and they're 3 points away from taking the first set. 22-12 the score. Brandel with the serve. Net court ace. And Brandel's long run of service points continues. Not much Framingham could do about that one. That was just a nice piece of luck there, hitting the net cord and going over to a spot no one was ready to receive it. Brandel with another serve. Received by Welch. Set by Dionisio. Grome spikes it over. Received by Caballero. Set by Brandel. Spike. And that's going to go for the kill. That was Millie Gumpel. 24-12 now the score. And Brandel will be serving to win the first set. Serve is up and over, received by Welch, and that's not going to be followed up, and that's going to be one last service ace to finish the set. Morgan Brandel with a long string of service points to start the first set, and then a long stretch of service points to win the first set. The score, Brookline 25, Framingham 12. Brookline takes a 1-0 lead. And as we go into a short break between sets, I will be taking a short mute break. I'm Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, live at Tappan Street Gym, and I'll be back. Stay tuned. Hello and welcome back to Tappan Street Gym in Brookline, Massachusetts. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, here to bring you the second set of this high school girls volleyball game between the hosting Brookline High Warriors and the visiting Framingham High Flyers. The Warriors took the first set pretty handily, 25-12, riding the wave of two long strings of service points by Morgan Brandel. There's the buzzer, and we're about ready to get this second set underway. First serve will go to Brookline. And it'll be Brandel picking up where she left off. Brandel sends it up and over. Second set underway. Received by the libero. Bumped by Dionisio. Sent over by Edmond. Received by Sophie Hester. Set by Brandel. Sent over by Gumpel. Received by Dionisio. Bumped by Grome. Bumped over by Edmond. Received by Caballero. I don't think they're going to be able to keep that alive, and they won't. A nice third bump by Annalise Edmond. Sent it further back than Fair Caballero was ready for. And so she couldn't get a good angle on her receive, and that gives Framingham the first point. 1-0 Flyers here in the second set. And it's Edmond getting ready to serve. She brings the jump serve. Received by Caballero. Kept up by Brandel. Spiked over by Hester, and that's going to go for a kill. A powerful serve by Annalise Edmond started that sequence, but a great dig by Fair Caballero, and a nice follow-up set by Morgan Brandel set up Sophie Hester for a powerful kill. Great sequence by Brookline, and they tie things up 1-1. Kali Alexander will be bringing the serve for the Warriors. She sends it over, received. Set by Dionisio, pushed over, received by Caballero, set by Brandel, spiked by Chamberlain, received again, set by Dionisio, and no one's there. Again, some bad miscommunication on the set plays by Framingham. It seemed like they received Chamberlain's spike well enough to form a set play, but they just didn't. 2-1 Brookline. Alexander with the serve. Received by Edmond, set by Dionisio, pushed over by Grome, received by Alexander, set by Brandel, spike by Chamberlain, and that's going to get the kill. That either went off the net cord or off the block attempt by Nicole Grome. Changed the trajectory enough that they got the clean point there. 3-1 the score. Alexander the serve. Received. Kept up by Edmond, bumped over by number 3, received by Alexander, set by Brandel, spiked by Viola. This one might go for a kill, but Edmond's trying to keep it alive, and they can't on the third hit. Nice spike over by Caroline Viola, following a nice dig by Kali Alexander and a set by Morgan Brandel. And another long serve by Alexander, but this one is too long. That point is going to go to Framingham. Brookline leads 4-2. Serving will be number 9, Caitlin Shea. She sends it up and over. Received by Chamberlain. Set by Brandel, and Viola couldn't quite finish it. That's going to be a point to Framingham. The set by Brandel was a little too close to the net. No angle for Viola to finish it there. 4-3 the score. Shea sends it over. Received by Chamberlain. Set by Brandel. Chamberlain taps it and gets the kill. Great touch kill by Jamie Chamberlain. Gives Brookline the 5-3 lead. It'll be Caroline Viola on the serve. Serve is wide. 5-4. And it'll be Nicole Grome serving for Framingham. Serve is up and over, received by Chamberlain. Kept alive by Brandel, and Caballero just has to bump it over. It's received. Dionisio, the second hit. It just has to be bumped over by number 2. Received by Alexander. Set by Brandel. Spiked over by Vera Montero. But Grome receives it. Set by Dionisio. Tapped over by Emily Chipolone, but they're going to say she hit the net. Number 3, Emily Chipolone, was trying to finish that one, but she couldn't do it without bumping into the net, and so that gives the point to Brookline. Brookline's serve will come from Bree Bacon now. 6-4 lead. Bacon serves it, and that's going to be an ace to start things off. Bacon bringing a standing serve as opposed to her normal jump serve, and it couldn't be received cleanly by Nicole Grome. 7-4 the score. Bacon sends it over, received by the libero. Bumped by Dionisio, spiked over by Edmonds, but that's going to go long. Brookline now with an 8-4 lead. Bacon lets it ride, and that's going to be another ace. Once again, Grome could not get the right angle on her service receive there. Now with a 9-4 lead, Bacon winds up again. Received cleanly this time by Grome, bumped by Dionisio. Chipolone spikes it over. Received by Alexander, set by Bacon, spike by Chamberlain, and what a thing of beauty. Great spike by Jamie Chamberlain, gets the kill. 10-4 now the score in favor of Brookline. Bacon sends it over. Received awkwardly by Edmond. It bounces off of one of the pipes, and no one is there for the second hit. That's one of the wild things that varies from gym to gym is what the ball is going to hit when it goes too high. That time it hit a pipe. Bacon with the serve, received by Edmond, and it goes over, tapped down by Montero. Savvy kill by Vera Montero. The receive by Annalise Edmond went a little too far and went over the net, and Montero was ready for it. Served by Bacon, received by the libero, bumped by Edmond, and not in a good spot. Chipolone could not get a hit on it. It was too close to the net. 13-4, Brookline leads, and they are rolling. Another serve by Bacon. Oh, I think that one hit the sideline, and they're going to say, yes, that was good. That'll be an ace. Bree Bacon on a roll here, as Brookline now leads 14-4. Serve again. Received barely by Edmond. Bumped by Dionisio and then sent into the net by Chipolone. A great diving dig by Annalise Edmond. But the second hit by Dionisio was not in the right position, and that did not result in anything. This serve is long by Bacon. And so that ends a long streak of points for Brookline. The Flyers take over on serve, but trail 15-5 here in the second set. This will be Amber Welch bringing the serve for Framingham. Serve goes up and can't get over. Problem with that one, too much fingertips, not enough palm. Most of your force on a serve is, I feel like, is going to come from the palm of your hand. So 16-5 after the faulty serve, and this will be Lily Sternlicht seeing the court for the first time today and taking the serve for Brookline. Sternlicht sends it over, but wide. So the two teams trade faulty serves. 16-6 the score. And it'll be the libero, number 27, bringing the serve now for Framingham. Serve goes up and over, but that's going to be a foot fault. Her toes went over the line on that one. And so we've had 3 straight serves that have gone wrong. And the score is now 17-6. Fer Caballero with the serve. This one cleanly over and right in between 3 players who just kind of stared at each other. Good on the ace for Fer Caballero. That can be one of the downfalls of putting 4 players on your back end, is sometimes it's like a crowded outfield. Nobody knows where to go. Served by Caballero, received by Welch, bumped by Dionisio. This one's going to go over. Nice tap kill, but oh, they're going to say she touched the net. I think that was either Brandel or Viola who was trying to tap that one over, but fingers just went a little too far, either too far or not high enough. Touched the net, and that gets the point to Framingham. 18-7 the score. Brookline leads. It'll be number 6, Liz Dionisio. Serve goes up and over, received kind of awkwardly, set by Bacon, and they bump it right into the net. They were on their heels from the beginning on that one after a nice serve by Dionisio. 18-8 now the score. Serve is away. Received by Caballero. Set by Bacon. Pushed over by Brandel. Kept alive and sent over on 2. Received by Brandel. Bumped by Caballero and spiked by Gumpel, and that's going to go for a kill. Brookline's players looked like they were in the middle of a car crash there as Bree Bacon ran right into Morgan Brandel after the second hit, or no, after the first hit. Bacon ran over Brandel, but Caballero, the savvy libero, kept things alive, and then Gumpel got the nice spike for the kill. I mean, hey, if it works, who cares if it looks like a Benny Hill routine, right? 19-8 the score. Served by Brandel, received by the libero, kept in by Welch, and Dionisio cannot bump it over. 20-8, Brookline now leads. Morgan Brandel has been having so much success with her service points. She had 2 long streaks to start and end the first set. Now this serve is away. Received by the libero, bumped by Welch. That's going to go over on 2, but it's going to go wide. 21-8 now the Brookline lead. Brandel trying to see if she can finish this set off as well. They're going to need 4 more points. Brandel's serve is up and over. Received by the libero. Kept in play by Edmond. Bumped over. Received by Brandel. Bumped by Caballero. Spiked by Gumpel. Oh, blocked but not blocked enough. Nicole Grom was trying to block it there, but couldn't get it over the net. Just didn't have the correct angle. 22-8 now the Brookline lead. Brandel the serve, received by Welch. Second hit by Edmond, bumped over by Shea, received by Caballero, set by Brandel, spiked by Viola, and that's going to be a kill. Great set play there by Brookline. The simple receive, set, and kill. 23-8 now the score. Brandel, another serve. Received by Edmond. Set by Dionisio. Spike by Grom is blocked. But they're going to say they touched the net. That was Caroline Viola, and I think either Brandel or Hester on the block there. It was a nice block, but I think one of their hands touched the net, and so 23-9 the score as Edmond brings a jump serve for an ace. Caballero was sliding and reaching for that one, but couldn't reach it. 23-10 now the score. Edmond with another jump serve, but this one straight into the net. Short-lived momentum for Framingham as Brookline now has set point and a 14-point lead. So a pretty comfy spot for the Warriors as Kali Alexander will be bringing the serve, hoping to end this set. Alexander sends the long serve, received by the libero, bumped by Dionisio, sent over by Chipolone, received by Chamberlain, a little too close to the net, and Brookline can't get it over. 24-11. And it'll be Framingham's serve now. This will be Caitlin Shea. Shea sends it over, received Chamberlain, set Brandel, tap by Chamberlain, sent back over, spike again, and that's going to be a kill. Bit of a tandem kill there as it was both Chamberlain and Viola. And that's going to end the second set. 25-11, the score of the second set. Brookline takes a 2-0 lead. And they'll be in position to end this on another sweep when we come back to the action. I'm Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, live from Tappan Street Gym in Brookline, Massachusetts. I'll be back after a short mute break. Stay tuned. Hello and welcome back to Tappan Street Gym in Brookline, Massachusetts. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, here to bring you the third and possibly final set of this high school girls volleyball matchup between the hosting Brookline High Warriors and the visiting Framingham High Flyers. The Warriors rolling so far, a 25-12 win in the first set, then 25-11 in the second set. And now the Warriors need just one more set win in order to complete the back-to-back sweep wins over the Flyers. Of course, they got the win over in Framingham's gym on Tuesday, 25-19, 25-18, 25-14. And Brookline seems to be rolling even more on its home court. First serve of the third set will go to Framingham. It'll be Annalise Edmond bringing the serve. She's got a powerful jump serve, but just got to keep it in. Serve is up and over. Awkwardly received by Caballero, kept alive by Bacon. And they can't, well, they send it through, basically, between the net and the pole. But that's not a legal hit, and so that'll be a point for Framingham. 1-0. Edmond brings another serve, and this one's going to be just long. This has been Edmond's problem on serve all match long. She'll get an amazing serve to get the point off the bat, and then she'll send a faulty serve and give it right back to Brookline. 1-1, it'll be Morgan Brandel sending it over. Received by Dionisio, and manages to get over for a point. Liz Dionisio sent it over on one, probably by accident, but an accidental point is still a point. Brookline wasn't quite ready for that one, and Framingham takes the 2-1 lead. And it'll be Dionisio who got that on 1 point, serving it up. It's off the net cord and somehow received by Charlotte Mullen, kept alive by Caballero, and Chamberlain can't send it over on the third hit. Credit where credit's due, though. That was a great receive by Charlotte Mullen off of a net cord serve that could have gone for an ace in several other positions. 3-1, Dionisio serves, received by Mullen, set by Brandel, spiked over by, I believe that's Sophie Hester who gets the kill. So Brookline back on serve after the kill by Sophie Hester. And it'll be number 13, Charlotte Mullen, bringing the serve. It's up and over, received by the libero, and to nobody. It's one thing we've seen a few times today with Framingham is after the first or second hit, no one's in position to take it. 3-3 the score. Mullen bringing another serve. And an ace. I mean, I can say Framingham wasn't ready for it, but also that was just, you know, a great sinker right into no man's land by Charlotte Mullen. 4-3, and Mullen serves again. Received, bumped by Edmond, sent into the net by Emily Chipolone. Charlotte Mullen starting to bring a service streak of her own. Her team now leads 5-3. And that serve went off the side of her hand and goes well wide. 5-4, the score in favor of Brookline here in the third set. It'll be Caitlin Shea serving for Framingham. Swings it over. Off the net cord, received by Alexander, tapped over on two by Brandel. Received by Framingham. Grome's spike is blocked. That was Ayana Medina on the block there, but several great efforts. Kali Alexander with a great sliding dig off of the net cord ball. And then Brandel with a sneaky on-two tap over. And then when Framingham actually got set and tried to put something together, Ayana Medina with the block. 6-4 the score. Caballero brings the serve and gets the service ace. Received poorly by Nicole Grome. And Brookline takes the 7-4 lead. Caballero with the serve. Received to nobody. It was received by, I believe that's Liz Dionisio. But once again, no one there to follow it up. 8-4, the Brookline lead. Caballero sends it up and over. Received by the libero. It's over on one. Received by Caballero. Set by Brandel. Spiked by Chamberlain, and I think that one got blocked. Nicole Grome and number 2, Phoebe Savas, were jumping at the net, and either Chamberlain sent her spike erroneously into the net, or it was well blocked by the Framingham tandem. 8-5 the score. It'll be Nicole Grome on serve. It's received by Alexander, set by Brandel. Swing by Chamberlain. Was that in? They're going to say no, it was wide. Chamberlain tried to go for the cross-court kill on that spike, but just a little too much air on that one. That one needed to drop a little sooner. Grohm with a serve, and this one is going to go wide. Nine to 6 the score, and it'll be Bree Bacon bringing the serve for Brookline. Serve is into the net. Now Framingham trying to figure out who's serving, and it'll be Amber Welch. 9 to 7, Brookline leads here in the third set. Welch sends her serve over. Sliding receive by Caballero, set by Bacon, tapped over for the kill. That was Morgan Brandel. A nice dig by the libero Caballero. Got that one started for Brookline. And then a nice leaping tap by Morgan Brandel, put in just the right spot. 10 to 7, the Brookline lead. Lily Sternlicht will be bringing the serve. Serve is up and over, and that's going to be an ace. Amber Welch wasn't ready for it to drop quite that fast. And so the service ace for Lily Sternlicht. 11 to 7 now the score. Sternlicht swings it, received this time by Welch. Second hit by Edmond, spiked over, received by Caballero, kept alive by Bacon, spiked over, and too far. Charlotte Mullen was trying to go for a cross-court roll shot, but a little too far that time. 11 to 8 now the score. Serving will be number 10 for Framingham. Serve is up and over, and ace. Farrah Caballero went for a diving reach there, but just not enough reach. 11 to 9 the score. Serve is up, and it's not going to go over. Brookline leads 12 to 9. And it will be number 6, Vera Montero, bringing the serve for the Warriors. Montero sends it over. Received by Grohm, set by Edmond, tapped over. Nice kill by Liz Dionisio. Brookline's lead is just 12 to 10, and it's Edmond back on serve. She brings the jump serve again. Received cleanly by Caballero, set by Bacon, tapped over by Brandel, and it doesn't go over. Brandel tried to get the third hit there. It hit the net cord, kind of sat on it for half a second, and then rolled back onto Brookline's side. Serve by Edmond, goes for an ace. Once again, the pitfall of those four-back formations is that sometimes they turn to outfielders who are like, no, I got it, no, I got it. Oops, neither of us got it. We're all knotted up at 12. Edmond brings the serve, received by Sternlicht, set by Brandel, spike, and that'll be a kill for Charlotte Mullen. Amber Welch tried to receive the cross-court spike by Mullen, but couldn't get the angle, and so Brookline retakes the lead, 13 to 12. Brandel sends it over, received by Welch, bumped by Edmond, spike into the net by Dionisio. Brandel on serve again. Up and over. Received by Welch. Kept alive by Edmond. Bumped over by Dionisio. Received by Caballero. Set and spike. And that's going to go for a kill. That was Ayana Medina off the set by Morgan Brandel. A bit higher than you would expect a spike to be, but she laid off it enough that it didn't sail and stayed in for the kill. 15-12, the Brookline lead. Brandel, another serve, and an ace. That mid-range no man's land truly can be the sweet spot of volleyball serves, as shown by that and several other points today. 16-12, the Brookline lead. Brandel serving again. And right back into no man's land for another ace. The libero dove for it, but couldn't reach it. And Brandel with back-to-back aces, and Brookline a 17-12 lead. Brandel sends it flying again, and that's going to be another ace. This time I think those shorter serves might have caused the libero to play a little more up, and so a slightly deeper serve from Brandel kind of threw her off, and it's now an 18-12 lead. What a serving day Morgan Brandel has had. Serves again. Received awkwardly by Welch, and they are trying to get it over, and they don't. Ayana Medina was reaching to sort of tap it back in case it did go over, but I don't believe it did. So that's just going to hit the net. 19-12, the Brookline lead. Brandel, another serve, and another ace. This is crazy. When's the last time that Framingham was able to get it over the net following these serves by Morgan Brandel? 20-12, the Brookline lead. Brandel sends it up and over again. Received by Dionisio, set by Edmond. Spike by Grome, slightly blocked, kept alive by Brookline, and they managed to send it over. Received by the libero, set by Edmond. Spiked over by Grome, received by Hester, set by Brandel. Spiked by Hester, but it's into the net. A wild sequence. Brookline did a great job of keeping things alive, but not enough to win the point. Caitlin Shea will be serving for the Flyers. Sends it up and over. Received by Sternlicht. Set by Brandel. Punched over by Medina. Awkward spot, and that'll get the point. The set by Brandel was just a little bit off from where Medina needed it for a spike, so she just kind of took a swing at it. Managed to punch it over the net, and after some deflections by Framingham's own blockers, the ball just wasn't in a good position to be hit over. 21-13, Brookline leads. Kali Alexander on the serve. Sends a long one over. Received, kept alive by Grome. Bumped over by the libero. Received by Alexander. Set by Brandel. Spike by Chamberlain, and that's going to be a kill. I'll tell you, at the high school level, sometimes you just got to scrap together whatever points you get, but when you get a set play that works perfectly like that, it's beautiful. 22-13, Brookline leads. Alexander, another long serve over, and that's going to be an ace. Nicole Grome couldn't receive it properly. The thing about Alexander's serves is that she serves from so far behind the back line, and I think it sort of throws off the depth perception and the timing of the receivers, and it showed there. Grome was not ready for such a deep serve. This time she serves from the line, and it hits the net. I think that's my announcer jinx for the day. I talked about how far back she serves from, and then she serves from the line, and it goes right into the net. 23-14, the Brookline lead. Nicole Grome on the serve for the Flyers. Serve is up and over. Received by Alexander. Set by Brandel. Spiked by Medina. That's going to be a kill. That was another powerful spike from Brookline's side, this time by Ayana Medina. And now Brookline at match point, Serving is Fair Caballero. Up and over. Received by the libero. This one might be tough to get back. Kept alive and tapped over by Edmond. Received by Brandel. Bumped by Caballero. Swing by Chamberlain. And they managed to get it back over. Swing again by Chamberlain, and she's got it. Jamie Chamberlain with the double spike there to put an exclamation mark on this match. Brookline takes the third set 25-14, and with that, they take the match 3-0. The Warriors get the back-to-back sweep of the Flyers. The final score here today, 25-12, 25-11, 25-14. Brookline defeats Framingham 3-0. That's going to do it here at Tappan Street Gym. For the two teams that just gave us such a wonderful matchup here today, I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan signing off. Thank you all for listening and watching.